Hey guys, so the last time we talked about keyframing. So right now we're going to talk about how to export in After Effects or from After Effects. Though if you hear the word export, still consider it as rendering, right? We don't want to use the word how to render in After Effects, but in overall, let's just say how to export. So long you want to send this file to your client or your customer, I don't know, whichever way. But so long you want to send this file to your client or to somebody, you just have to export it. So exporting involves let's quickly animate this first. Let me just move. Okay, now let me just use the scale. Let me scale it from here to here. Let's increase it to 100. Then move to 6 seconds. Still retain that same position or that same shape scaling. Then go back to 8 seconds. Then scale it downward so it goes smaller. So also while scaling, I also want to add, so if you notice I just click my P to enable the position, right? So I also want to animate it to also I want to move it to this middle point here. So from there to the ending which it will stop, I want it to move to the center of the screen here. Let me hold my shift. Yeah, so it's straight. Alright. So let's go back. So from here, it's too slow. God. Let me use you to review these keyframes, right? Like I was doing. You can use you to review your keyframes. Okay. So let's just take this out. Let's just I want to move this shorter so that they can actually animate very fast. Yeah, let me just move these keyframes here. Alright, so if I play this, it will be quite faster than before. Alright, so that's finished. I'm not doing anything special here, right? I just want to teach you guys how to export. So let's say you've done your project. Also, let's work on the time frame, because if we render it now the way it is now, it will calculate both these empty spots here where nothing happens. So let's just stop it from where the animation, the movie or the project ends. So I want it to stop around 3 seconds there, because the entire project says 2 seconds. The entire project says 12 seconds. So I want it to stop around 2 seconds. So let's just copy this and go to our composition, right? Composition settings. Come to this duration here. Just paste. That's all. You understand? So if I play back, you have this. Alright, cool. So to export now, we can just come to composition, right? Now you come to how to render queue. Now we'll have this open, right? So these are the settings for the render queue. So we can just come here straight and go to base settings. Sorry, it opens from other screen. Let me just bring it here. So the base is always okay, right? Since you want to export full. Also, you check your dimension if it's properly set. 1920 by 1080. Just leave this. Leave this for now. Leave all these things. I think these other settings are okay for now, right? So I don't think the other things you need to do. Everything is cool here. Just look okay. So we'll come to the high quality, right? Oh, sorry, it's not appeared there. I don't just know why it's always appeared there. But I'll figure it out later. So let's just check here. This is a QuickTime. So QuickTime, some people have issue with this QuickTime. But this QuickTime is, if you just install Adobe After Effects. I don't know about this new version, but the older version, you may not see this. I think by default, After Effects renders a VI or so, which makes the file quite larger or something. But this QuickTime is a good option for rendering, right? It's a good option because it gives you a very good extension, such as the MOV extension, which you then convert to MP4 and all that. It's the best option basically for now. I don't think the other stuff the other best presets for formats. So you can always choose this. Also, if you can't find it in your After Effects, I think you can find it online and install it. Once you install it, automatically it appears there. So I think that's just everything you need to adjust it is if by default it wasn't set to it. So also for this video output, just leave it as RGB since we are still exporting this thing to a screen. Also for the depth of color, just leave that as millions of colors. So it comes out with a very nice rich colors. So you just leave everything the way they are here. I think the settings are cool. Now for the audio output, it's auto. Just leave it auto, so it automatically picks the whatever default audio output you're using here, except probably you want to put it off. So if you put audio output off, it means no sound will come out from this project or so. So you can just leave it auto, you can always leave it on, whichever case is fine, right? So but unfortunately for us, we don't have sound here on this. For this format option, I don't think they have more. You have more here. So those settings are okay, they are cool. Just leave everything where they are. Just click OK. Alright. So for this comp.1 is the default name for the composition, right? So if you notice, we have comp.1 here. So you can always change it here to your choice. So let's use your name again, right? So this QuickTime by default now it has MOV, right? So MOV, like I said, is cool. It's a cool format, so you can always convert it to MP4 or whatever. Alright, so you change it to your name, so you can just select your desired directory or desired section or storage point. You want to save it. So in this case, I'm just using desktop. I've not really created stuff for it, right? So okay, we have our dispatch header for that created already. So let me just put the dispatch header and save it. Anyway, let's save it anyway for this purpose, right? So the next thing you want to do is to render. So once you click your render, automatically, oh sorry, it's rendering so fast because I didn't do anything there, right? So let's just minimize this and go to our dispatch header course. Let's open it so you see your name there, right? So to convert this to MP4, because this MOV station here may not really open some people may find it difficult to open this MOV because it's not like a standard file or a common file extension such as MP4. So to convert this, that's the way Handbrake comes in place. So some people use Adobe Media Encoder, but I use Handbrake. It's much more efficient, lighter, faster, and everything I can imagine, it does it for me, right? So let me just click this. Alright, so that's Handbrake there. So let me just move this a bit. So let's drag this. Sorry, I'm a fan of drag and drop. It's always fast. Alright, so that's it. So you can just come in straight. The allow you can do, so you can play with it, files, tools, different things. So, but basically, what you need here is just to shake the format. So by default, now the format is fast. So this preset says it's similar to what we have there in After Effects, right? If you notice that place you wanted to set the dimension of those things. So by default, this is what Handbrake have, but you can always customize this. You can always come here to create your own sponsor or your own custom preset. So like for me now, I've already created a custom monitor screen. So this monitor screen, sorry, I use the word monitor, but I always use it for tab, like for mobile screen, like for those Instagram reels. So I don't always need to come here and find a way and change this thing to Instagram reel. I'll just come here straight and just select monitor screen. Automatically the thing render, the output will just come out as Instagram's size or Instagram dimension. That is the reel dimension. That is that Instagram reel. Alright, so to do that, you can always come here, custom. Alright, so that's it. So to work on this dimension, you can always come to this dimension here and do a lot, change the dimension settings here to what you really want and all that. So there are a lot you can always do. So you can always find time to go through it and other stuff. So by default, the format is MP4. That's for this Handbrake, right? So you can always come in to change the format if you like, but MP4 is what we need right now. So that's all. So let me just start encoding. So if you notice, it's progressing here. So you just write, so you just told us that the queue is finished, or it's queue or queue finished. So but what that means basically, it's telling you that, okay, it has encoded finish already. So what you need to do is just to go to the folder where you save it. So by default, I save mine in my other desktop. So if I move this, you notice it's here already. So let's say we want to play this now. Let's open this now. So this is our file. So this is our project. We've finally learned how to encode our project. So now this is the file. Now remember, this is your name .mp4. So now this is the file we actually send, or we actually need to send to whoever we need to send it to. Now if it's a client, or probably you want to do a presentation or something around that sort. So you can always share this file to people. So if you notice the size, sorry, I didn't show you the original size initially. The original size, that is the MOV size, would have been bigger or would have been larger, right? Something around maybe 500 MB. But with this encoder, it decreases the size to that 23.7 kilobytes you see there, right? So that's the good thing about it. Adobe Media Encoder 2 can do that, but I think this encoder, to me, is faster and it's trust me, it's reliable, and I've used it to render a very complex application. Yeah, I mean a very complex explainer video I did for a fintech company. So trust me, it works perfectly. Alright, so that's all for exporting. So which means you render, you encode, and you deliver as well. So basically, we've covered those sections. So we've done with the entire stuff.